Should be able to talk to you over here and be able to see the backup cameras over here. So we'll go for a little drive and see how they perform. So my guess is that the older MC7109 series is more susceptible to radio interference on the 2.4 gigahertz spectrum. Now the new BT7 system still works on 2.4 gigahertz, but it doesn't seem to lag as much. So I'm just seeing out of the corner of my eye, when we have a sign go by, it shows up on this side about a half a second to a second earlier than this side. So look at the street lines and any painted markings and the signs on the sides as we pass them. You'll see yep, it goes like doon, 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 doon. So this one has much more lag. And I don't think that has anything to do with distance, because right now, I mean, these are only 15 feet behind me, and we have pretty good line of sight. I do have an aluminum bed with a headache rack, so maybe that causes some interference. But obviously the BT7 is definitely handling it better. So I'm going around a traffic circle right now, and you can see the delay in the painted markings. Now that I'm looking at it, I think the older camera might have a slightly wider field of view. It's a little bit more fisheye, and I can see a little bit more on the edges than this camera. So one of the other issues that I ran into with the older MC7109 series is that when I put an SD card in and turned on the recording feature, the unit would crash. So it would work for somewhere between 10 minutes and 5 hours, but eventually it would crash and it would go into, it just would stop recording. Also, sometimes the whole unit would lock up and reboot. So I had to just disable the recording on that. I've had the recording working on the new BT7 for maybe a total of an hour or so, and it hasn't crashed yet. And I haven't looked at the footage yet, but once I get back from this drive, I'll start making the video and I'll be able to see how it looks. So I'm going to be passing a truck. It's going to be on my right side, passenger side, right now. Yeah, there's a pretty significant difference. And again, this is all running normally right now. But I would definitely say the BT7 is much more real time. So I just saw at least a second delay there for those lines on the side coming in. Both are running very smooth right now. I'm in the middle of the desert, so there's no interference anywhere. And I don't have the problem of having this mounted behind a trailer or a camper. So this is pretty close to perfect conditions. It's literally just on the back bumper. All right, we got a bridge joint right here. Then I'm gonna be going back to the pavement, and you can see the difference.